Welcome if this your first time on the channel. Today, we listening to the audio of Stephen A. Smith talk about what happened with him and LeBron. And then I'm going to let you know why I'm so disappointed in Stephen A. Smith. Because he is in the right in this situation. How he sounds after the situation is what I'm disappointed in. During this moment, he handled it right. Like, I don't want to see him and LeBron scrapping on the court or no goofy stuff like that. LeBron come up highly emotional, not trying to have a regular conversation. They start to have a conversation, LeBron wild out. Stephen A. handled it right in that moment, but afterwards, you should have just stuck to your guns. Like, come on, dog. Let's listen to what Stephen A. actually said.
Sitting courtside, where during a timeout, I believe it was in the third quarter, I was confronted by none other than LeBron James himself.
During a timeout.
LeBron had some choice words for me in regards to comments I've made prior about him in regards to his son, Bronny James. Before I get any further, let me just
That's ridiculous.
To bed a couple of things that have been reported that are false.
Talk about it.
People was talking about LeBron called me out my name, or somebody said he called me a bitch. Somebody said he called me a punk and all this. None of that is true.
Okay.
He was fiery.
So he wasn't that disrespectful.
He approached me during the game.
Yeah.
And he said, "Stop effing with my son."
Okay.
That's my effing son. Stop effing with my son.
All right.
I said, "What? Nah, man. Straight up, man to man. Real talk. Stop effing with my son."
What do you mean by that?
How furious he was.
Okay. Highly emotional.
I said, "We can talk about it later." "Nah, F that. Stop effing with my son. That's my son. I said, "All right, dog.
Right.
Fine."
Gotta end the conversation.
And he walked away. That's all he said. I knew what he was talking about.
Okay. What are you talking about, Steve?
I've spoken about this before.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I heard that not many, not all, but a few players were upset at me about that.
Which is crazy.
I think one player in particular was Draymond Green, who I haven't spoken to since.
I'm going to tell you why that's crazy.
Has no desire to speak to me primarily because of this, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
And I found out the way that I found out, which was last night while I was at the game.
Okay, so he is saying that LeBron was stepping to him as a father. Not as an NBA player, but it was a father. It was a parent stepping to him. LeBron can still be in the wrong. Stephen A. Smith ain't talked about your son in no personal matter. But he said what's the obvious thing to say. And the reason why LeBron super wrong, he put the target on his son. He forced his son in the league. He took an opportunity from somebody else who trying to feed their family in the G League or trying to feed their family in the NBA and gave it to his son, a trust fund, baby, that's going to be straight regardless. That's what LeBron did. And before he did that, he said his son was better than like half the league or 90% of the league. He said something wild last year. Like, man, my son could come in and he said something wild like that last year. And then come to find out, nah, dog, your son ain't even good enough to be in the league. Why are you talking like that? Melo don't talk like that. His son better than Bronny. Gilbert don't talk like that. His son better than Bronny. So it's like, bro, you willing around your power, and then when people just be honest, Stephen A. ain't disrespectful towards Bronny. When people just be honest, you step to him highly emotional, like you gonna fight him on the court. Goofiness. Complete goofiness. It's like, dog, Bronny is not good enough to be in the league. Bronny will be okay, though, with life. He can start acting. You got Poole in Hollywood and all that. Like, he can do other things. Bronny will be okay. For people just saying the obvious, that's in media, just saying, hey, man, Bronny ain't good enough to play in the league. That shouldn't be a thing where it's like players got to stop talking to you and all of this stuff just because people are saying the truth. You got Bronny in the league. Who does it look the best on? It don't look good on Bronny. Bronny taking a whole bunch of, criticism that he don't even deserve if he wouldn't have been in the league right now. If he would still be in college working on his game, people wouldn't be talking about him like that. He's taking that criticism because LeBron look at it and go, I'm going to be the first player to play with my son in the NBA. So that's where the criticism come from. So LeBron dead wrong in the situation, but I'm disappointed in Stephen A because he just like tucked his tail almost like, oh, it was apparent. I shouldn't be doing it. And it's like, bro, if you the highest paid person in media, you the creme, you the top, you the top person. You need to step up from everybody that's below you. Like, hey, you know, LeBron stepped to me. I don't think I disrespected his son. And I stand by what I said and set the standard. Like, hey, you know, players might do stuff like this. You just got to stand on your guns. Let them know, hey, I wasn't disrespectful. I'm just being honest. You know, so I'm highly disappointed in Stephen A for his response, even though I like how he handled it in the moment. It's just, hey, you in media, this what you got to do in media. You critique people, you know, be respectful with it. No harm, no foul. Y'all let me know what you think about it in the comments. As always, if this is your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel. Check out the other content. Click that like button. And like always, y'all be easy. Be safe.